Hi! Welcome to our fifth video lesson in Precalculus. At ang topic natin in this video is about ellipse.
So ano nga ba ang ellipse? Based on our previous lesson, ellipse can be formed when the cutting plane intersects the double right circular cone in an inclined position intersecting only one of its two naves. Furthermore, it is defined as the locus of points such that the sum of the two distances of the focal points is constant. So halimbawa nito dito sa ating moving picture, ito ay isang ellipse. So sa pagkaka-define sa kanya, it is the locus of points, meaning it is a set of points. Kung saan yung mga distances daw nung focal points or focus, ito yung focus number 1, focus number 2. So yung total distances daw nung focal points niya is constant. So yung distance nung focus number 1 is tong color blue na line, and then yung distance nung focus number 2 is yung red line. So kung mapapansin nyo, as they move along or move around the ellipse, ay nagbabary yung distances nilang dalawa. But kung mapapansin nyo, yung total length niya is not changing or constant. So that is an ellipse. So the parts of an ellipse. First, we have the center. So just like in the circles, it is located at the middle, and also denoted by H and K. Next is the major axis. It is the longer segment which passes through the center and connects the vertices of an ellipse. Ito yung vertex 1 and vertex 2. Yung half of its length, so from the center to one vertex, is known as semi-major axis. So kung may major ay meron tayong minor. So it is the shorter segment which also passes through the center and connects the co-vertices of an ellipse. So ito yung co-vertices of an ellipse. And half of its length from the center to one co-vertex is known as semi-minor axis. So yung minor axis and major axis are perpendicular with each other. Next is the minor axis. So yun nga. Kinoconnect niya yung co-vertices of an ellipse. The next is the foci or foci. So sa parabola ay meron tayong isang focus. So dito sa ellipse ay meron tayong dalawa. So ito yung two fixed points collinear with the center and major axis. So yung plural form niya is foci or foci. Next is the vertex. So as I have said earlier, yung vertex, so yung endpoints nung major axis. So yung vertex 1 and then vertex 2. So next is yung co-vertex o co-vertices. So ito yung endpoint nung minor axis, co-vertex 1 and co-vertex 2. So directrix. So sa parabola ay meron tayong isang directrix. So sa ellipse naman meron ulit na dalawa. So outside the ellipse, located outside the ellipse and parallel to the minor axis, and perpendicular to the major axis. And then yung latus rectum. So meron sa parabola meron isa. So again, sa ellipse ay meron dalawa. Since dalawa yung focus, dalawa yung focal distance. So ito yung latus rectum 1 and latus rectum 2. So always remember, kapag sa ellipse ay meron tayong dalawang foci or foci, two vertices, two co-vertices, two directrices, and two lateral recta. So yung lateral recta, yung plural form ng latus rectum. So ellipse can be horizontal or vertical depending on the position of the major axis. So in figure 1, it is an example of horizontal ellipse. Dahil yung longer segment or yung major axis ay nakaparallel with the x-axis. So yung half of its length, known as semi-major axis, is denoted by A units. So therefore, yung major axis is denoted by 2A. So twice of its semi-major axis. And then yung minor axis, itong shorter segment, yung half of its length is denoted by B units. So therefore, yung denotation ng minor axis is 2B. And also, yung distance ng focus from the center, so yung focus from the center, is known as, is denoted by C units. So, yung total length ng foci, so denoted by 2C. And lastly, yung directrix. So, ito yung line outside the ellipse, which are perpendicular with the major axis. So, yung distance from the center, the directrix, ito yung tinatawag na D units. So, sa figure number 2, so isa siyang vertical ellipse dahil yung major axis niya ay nakaparallel with the y-axis. So, vertical ellipse. So, ganun lang din. Yung major axis, yung half of its length is A units. So, major axis is 2A. And then, yung B units, yung half nung minor axis. And then, yung distance from the center to the focus, C units. And then, yung total length ng foci or foci is 2C. And then, yung directrix, since naka-vertical na yung natin, major axis, yung directrix ay naka-horizontal na. Kasi, sabi doon, directrices are perpendicular with the major axis. So, yung distance niya from the center, D units. So, merong mga relationship yung mga units na yan. So, yun na kung naalala nyo yung Pythagorean theorem, C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. So, dito kasi sa Pythagorean theorem, so mas malaki yung value ng C. Pero dito sa ellipse, ay mas malaki yung A. So, magiging A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared. So, kung hahanapin natin yung length ng foci or yung distance ng foci, so C squared is equal to A squared minus B squared. And yung latus rectum, so ito yung latus rectum, yung focal width or focal distance. So, meron siyang unit, ay meron siyang formula, LR is equal to 2B squared over A. And yung kalahati ng latus rectum, kung ito lang yung hanapin natin, length nito, so magiging B squared over A. Ellipses with centers at the origin. Kung maalala nyo sa circles natin, kapag ang center natin ay nasa origin, so yung value ng h is 0 and yung k natin is also 0. Dito sa second row, ito yung tinatawag na standard equation. Depende kung horizontal ellipse or vertical ellipse. So, yung pinakaiba lang naman nila is kung sino yung kapartner nung A. So, sa horizontal ellipse, yung kapartner ng A is yung x squared. Sa vertical ellipse, ang kapartner ng A squared is yung y squared. So, kapag napansin nyo na mas malaki yung denominator ng x squared, ibig sabihin isa siyang horizontal ellipse. Kapag naman mas malaki yung denominator ng y squared, ibig sabihin isa siyang vertical ellipse. So, ito yung mga parameters na hanapin natin or ipa-plot natin. So, sa foci, una yung foci, hahanapin natin yung value ng C. C squared is equal to A squared minus B squared. And then yung vertices, ito yung endpoints ng major axis. And co-vertices, yung endpoints ng minor axis. And then lateral recta endpoints, ito yung endpoints ng focal distances. So, eccentricity, it is the measure of how close the conics are to being circled. So, yung eccentricity ng parabola ay nag-range from 0 to 1. So, paano natin mahanap yung eccentricity? So, meron tayong mnemonics dyan. So, yung Ade, Seya. So, bata pa lang ako nag-mnemonics na ako nung elementary kasi tamad ako mag-memorize nun eh. Actually, hindi ko alam na mnemonics pala yung tawag doon. Hindi ko kasi sinishare sa mga klase ko kasi parang ang weird, di ba? Yung ganyan na formula tapos may basa kang parang ang weird na pronunciation. Basta yun. So, yung A, yun yung major axis. So, marami na naman ata nagamit niyan. Yung D, yung directrix. Distance and directrix from the center. Yung E, yung eccentricity. So, yun. Yung C, yung foci from the vertex. Label 2 ellipses with centers at H and K. So, dito naman may value na yung H and K dahil wala na yung center nila sa origin. So, yung standard equation, so may value na yung H and K. So, may H and K na sila. Dahil may value na yung center, wala na sa origin. And then, same principle pa rin kapag ang kapartner ng A is yung x squared, ibig sabihin horizontal ellipse. Kapag ang kapartner naman ng A squared is yung y minus k squared, ibig sabihin, isa siyang vertical ellipse. Kung mas malaki yung value ng a squared, yung denominator ng x minus h squared, ibig sabihin, horizontal ellipse yung given. At kapag mas malaki naman yung denominator ng y minus k squared, ibig sabihin, isa siyang vertical ellipse. And then, yung mga parameters na ipa-plot natin, ganun pa rin. Nagkaroon lang ng value yung h. Minus lang natin. H and k. Foci, vertices, yung endpoints na major axis, co-vertices, yung endpoints na minor axis, lateral recta endpoints, and yung equation ng directrices. So, for illustration 1, for the given equation, x squared over 9 plus y squared over 4 is equal to 1. Find the following. Ito yung mga hahanapin natin. So, isa-isahin muna natin sila. Illustration number 1, una natin hahanapin is yung classification ng given ellipse, either horizontal or vertical ellipse. Tulad ng sabi ko kanina, una natin i-check ay kung sino yung mas malaki yung denominator. Since 9 is greater than 4, ibig sabihin yung 9 siya yung a squared. At check natin kung sino yung kapartner ng a squared. So dito, ang kapartner ng a squared is etong x squared. Ibig sabihin, isa siyang horizontal ellipse. And the next natin nahahanapin is yung coordinate ng vertices. So vertices are the endpoints of major axis. So para mahanap yan, i-square root muna natin yung given na a squared. So yung a squared is 9. So a is equal to square root of 9. So yung a, which is the semi-major axis, is equal to 3. So yung length ng semi-major axis is 3 units. So kung i-graph natin siya, sa origin daw yung center, then 3 units daw yung dalawang semi-major axis. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then to the left, 1, 2, 3. Negative 1, negative 2, and negative 3. So ito yung endpoints or vertices ng ellipse. And then ito yung major axis. So yung unang ordered pair is negative 3 to the left, negative 3, and 0. And then yung sa kabila naman, 3 units. So positive 3 and 0. So ito yung coordinates ng vertices ng ellipse. C, coordinates of the co-vertices. So co-vertices are the endpoints of minor axis. So kanina, yung 9, ito yung a squared. Ito namang 4, ito yung tinatawag na b squared. So para mahanap natin yung co-vertices niya, kailangan muna natin mahanap yung length ng semi-minor axis. So b squared is equal to 4. So, square root lang natin yung 4. So, yung length ng semi-minor axis is equal to 2. Positive or negative 2. So, ito yung length ng semi-minor axis. So, kung i-graph natin siya, since yung minor axis ay itong 4 natin ay kapartner niya yung y squared, ibig sabihin yung minor axis ay nakaparallel sa y-axis. So, bilang tayo from the origin ng 2 units pataas, 1 and 2, and pababa, 1 and 2. So, ito yung minor axis. The minor axis is equal to 2b. So, 2 times 2 is equal to 4. So, 4 units. And then, yung hinahanap natin, yung coordinates ng co-vertices. So, ito yun. And this one. So, yung coordinates niya is 0 and 2. And sa kabila is 0 and negative 2. Next is yung coordinates ng foci. So, remember, yung equation ng foci, c squared is equal to a squared minus b squared. So, sa given natin ay may value ng a squared which is 9. So, 9 minus, so yung b squared is equal to 4. So, c squared is equal to 5. So, square root natin yung 5, which is 2.24. So, sa mga naunang slides, sabi doon, ang foci daw ay collinear with the center and the major axis. So, kung i-graph natin siya, so kanina, yung length daw ng semi-major axis is 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. So, ito yung vertices. And then, yung foci daw is 2.24 units. So, 1, 2, 3. Negative 1, 2, 3. Positive 1, 2, 3. So, yung foci daw is 2.24 somewhere here. So, dito daw yung foci. And dito. So, ibig sabihin, yung coordinates niya is negative 2.24 and 0 and 2.24 or 0. O pwede namang square root of 5 and 0 and negative square root of 5 and 0. So, next, letter E, the length of the minor axis. So, kanina, hinanap na natin yon. So, ito yung a squared, ito yung b squared. So, hanapin muna natin yung semi-minor axis. So, b squared is equal to 4. So, b is equal to square root of 4, which is 2. So, yung minor axis is equal to 2b. So, 2 times 2 is equal to 4. And then, yung length ng major axis, ito yung major axis, a squared is equal to 9. A is equal to square root of 9. So, yung length ng semi-major axis is equal to 3. So, yung major axis is equal to 2a. So, magiging 2 times 3, which is equal to 6. So, next natin hahanapin is yung eccentricity. So, adesea. So, hindi pa natin magagamit yung ade kasi hindi pa naman natin nahanap yung directrix. So, ang gagamitin muna natin is yung sea. So, para mahanap yung E, i-divide lang natin yung C over A. So, yung C kanina is nahanap natin which is square root of 5. And then, yung A, ito yung A squared. So, square root ng 9 is 3. So, ito yung eccentricity niya. Next natin is yung latus rectum which is 2b squared over A. So, direct substitute lang natin. 2 times b squared. So, ito yung b squared which is 4. And then, yung A, so a squared is equal to 9. So, yung square root ng 9 is 3. So, magiging 8/3 units. So, yan yung length ng focal distance. So, for the coordinates of the endpoints of lateral recta, so dito mayroong 4 na ordered pairs. Since yung given natin is isang horizontal ellipse, sa table natin is ito muna yung gagamitin natin. So, para ma-visualize nyo at hindi kayo malito, i-graph muna natin. So, kanina yung major axis is 6 units, semi-major is 3 units, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, negative 1, 2, 3. And then yung semi-minor axis is 2 units, 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2. So, drawing na natin yung ellipse. So, kunyari, perfect yan. So, ito yung endpoints, which are the vertices and the co-vertices. And then, yung nakuha natin na foci, which is 2.24 or square root of 5. So, somewhere here. And here. 2.25 or square root of 5. And 0. Negative square root of 5 and 0. And positive square root of 5 and 0. And then, yung latus rectum, yung length daw ng latus rectum, which is 8/3. Ito yung focal width and another focal width. So, 8/4 daw yung distance or yung length ng focus. And then, yung endpoints daw is dito and dito. And then, yung sa kabila, ito. So, hanapin muna natin yung ordered pair nito. So, katapat siya nung focus, so which is 2.24 or square root of 5. So, sa negative siya matatagpuan. So, square root of negative square root of 5. And sa y-axis, so somewhere here. So, para mahanap yan ay mayroong tayong formula. B squared over A. So, B squared over A, which is 4/3. 4/3. So, nasa positive siya. So, magiging positive 4/3. So, next natin hahanapin is yung ordered pair nito. So, matatagpuan siya sa negative square root of 5 ulit. So, sa y-axis niya is negative square root of 5. And then, negative din siya dahil nasa negative y-axis siya. Negative 4/3. And then, dito naman, so ganun lang din, naging positive lang yung square root of 5. Square root of 5. And positive b squared over a, which is 4/3. 4/3. And then, ito namang ordered pair na ito. So, nasa positive pa rin siya. Positive x-axis. So, magiging square root of 5. And, nasa baba na siya. Nasa negative y-axis. So, magiging negative 4/3. For the equation of the directrix, gamitin na natin yung Adicea. So, Sea muna tayo para mahanap muna natin yung E, yung eccentricity. So, E is equal to C over A. So, yung nahanap natin na C is equal to square root of 5. And then, yung A is equal to 3. A squared is equal to 9. Square root natin yung 9, which is equal to 3. Yan, punta na tayo dun sa ADE. So, para mahanap yung D, A over E. So, yung A is equal to 3 over yung eccentricity, square root of 5/3. So, mangyayari niyan is 3 times square or 3 over square root of 5. So, magiging 9 over square root of 5. So, yung denominator niya is naka-square root. So, parang hindi siya desirable. So, 9 over square root of 5. Rationalize natin siya by multiplying both the numerator and the denominator by square root of 5. Square root of 5. So 9 times square root of 5 is 9 square root of 5 over 5. Square root of 5 times square root of 5, makakancel out lang yung square root. So magiging 5. So ito yung distance nung directrix from the center. Sa ellipse, dalawa yung directrix. So magiging either positive or negative. So for example number 2, given the ellipse with an equation x minus 1 squared over 4 plus y plus 3 squared over 9 is equal to 1. Find the following. So dito sa example natin, mapapansin nyo may value ng h and k. So yung x minus h, so yung h natin is equal to 1. And then itong y minus k, so magiging negative 3. So ibig sabihin yung center niya is at 1 and negative 3. So kung i-graph natin, so next natin hahanapin is yung classification niya. Again, hanapin natin yung bigger or larger value ng denominator which is 9. So yung kapartner niya na dito is yung y plus 3 squared. So ibig sabihin, isa na siyang vertical ellipse. And then next, yung coordinate ng vertices which is the endpoints of the major axis. So una naman natin gagawin is yung hahanapin natin yung length ng semi-major axis. So ito yung a squared and ito yung b squared. So a squared is equal to 9. So square root of 9 is 3, positive or negative. So from the center, which is here, bilang tayo ng 3 units pataas and pababa. So 1 and 1, 2, 3. So ito yon. And then pababa naman, 1, 2, and 3. So ito yung vertex. And then ito na yung major axis. Ito yung semi-major, dalawang semi-major axis. Kung i-plot natin yung location ng dalawang vertex, ito and ito, yung x niya is 1. And then yung y niya is 0. Another dito sa baba is negative, positive 1 pa rin. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So negative 6. So yung ordered pair ng vertices niya is R, 1 and 0, and 1 and negative 6. Ito yung dalawang vertices. So for letter C, coordinates of co-vertices. So ito yung endpoints nung minor axis. Tulad kanina, so ito yung b squared and then ito yung a squared. So para mahanap natin yung co-vertices, kailangan muna nating hanapin yung semi-minor axis. So b squared is equal to 4. b is equal to square root of 4 which is 2. So yung semi-minor axis is 2 units. So positive and negative. Yung center na nakuha natin kanina is 1 and negative 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 1 and negative 3. So yung center. Then yung major axis na nakuha natin is 6 or yung semi-major axis is 3 units. So 1, 2, 3. 3 units pataas and pababa. 1, 2, 3. And then, yung co-vertices or yung semi-minor axis is 2 units to the right and to the left. So 1 and 2. And then 1 and 2. So ito yung minor axis. So yung vertices niya, co-vertices is here. Are here. Co-vertices. So para mahanap natin yung coordinates ng co-vertices, so ito yung co-vertices. Plot lang natin. So sa x-axis ay 3 units to the right. And then sa y-axis is 1, 2, and 3. So 3 and 3. So, negative 3. And then dito naman, so negative 1 and 1, 2, 3, negative 3 din. So, ito yung coordinates ng co-vertices. So, paano naman yung coordinates ng foci? So, kanina, yung ginawa natin, yung c squared is equal to a squared minus b squared. So, c is equal to square root of 9 minus 4, which is square root of 5, or 2.24. So, from the center, yung isang focus ay 2.24 pataas at yung isa ay pababa. So, bilang tayo 1, 2, then ito yung 2.24. 2.24 yung distance na yan. And then, pababa naman, so 1 and 2. So, mga nandito. Yung distance niyan is 2.24 something. And then, yung coordinate ng foci, coordinates ng foci, sa x-axis ay positive siya. So, positive 1. And then, minus lang natin yung 2.24 dun sa semi-major axis, which is 3. So, 3 minus square root of 5. Then, dito naman sa baba, yung isang focus. So, 1 din siya. 1 and yung 3 na semi-major plus itong distance nito, which is 2.24 or square root of 5. Yan. So, ito yung coordinates ng foci. Ito and ito. For letter E, length of the minor axis. So, again, ito yung b squared and then ito yung a squared. So, para mahanap natin yung length ng minor axis, hahanapin muna natin yung semi-minor axis. So, b squared is equal to 4. So, square it lang natin. Square root of 4. So, b is equal to 2. So, yung minor axis is 2b. So, 2 times 2 equals to 4. And then, yung length of the major axis. So, para mahanap ulit yung major axis, kailangan muna nung length ng semi-major axis. So, a squared is equal to 9. So, square root lang natin yung 9. So, which is 3. Then, yung major axis is 2a. So, 3 times 2, which is equals to 6. So, for letter G, eccentricity. So, ang gagamitin natin dito yung SEA. So, hindi pa naman natin hahanapin dito yung directrix. So, SEA, so eccentricity is equal to C over A. Yung C na nahanap natin kanina is the square root of 5. And then yung A, yung square root of 9, which is 3. So, ito na yung eccentricity. And then yung length ng latus rectum, yung LR, 2b squared over A. So, yung 2, then b squared is 4 over 3. So, 8 over 3. So, ito yung length ng latus rectum or focal width. For letter I, coordinates of the endpoints of lateral recta. So, meron din tayong 4 na ordered pair na makuha dito. So, i-graph muna natin para mas madaling ma-visualize. So, ito na yung graph natin. Ay, yung foci pala. Yung foci ay square root of 5 or 2.24 from the vertex or from the center. So, 2.24. So, 1, 2. So, 2 point somewhere here. And then, 2, 1, 2. 2.24. So, somewhere here. Yung length niya is 2.24 or square root of 5. Then, yung lateral recta. So, ito yung focal width. Ito yun. And then, itong isa sa baba. Yung formula niya is LR 2b squared over 8. So, 2 times b squared is equal to 4. over 3. Magiging 8 over 3. So, yung length nito, ito, ay 8 over 3. Pati rin to. Symmetrical naman yung focal width. 8 over 3. And then, yung half nung lateral recta, so 4 over 3. Ito, 4 over 3 din. So, ito, 4 over 3 and 4 over 3. And then, una natin hahanapin is yung coordinate ng unang endpoint nung isang lateral recta. So, ito yon yung unang endpoint. So, yung coordinate niya sa x-axis, so magiging 1 minus yung total length nito, which is 4 over 3. So, 4 over 3. And then, sa y-axis, so yung semi-major axis is 3 units. 1, 2, 3. So, ibawas natin yung length ng foci, which is square root of 5. So, 3 minus square root of 5. So, since nasa baba siya, nasa negative y-axis, so negative. Simplify lang natin. Magiging negative 1/3 and negative 3 plus square root of 5. And then, yung pangalawang endpoint, so ito yon. Sa y-axis, sa x-axis, so 1 unit plus yung length niya na 4 over 3, so magiging 1 plus 4 over 3. And then, sa y-axis, so kapantay lang naman niya itong unang endpoint, ito. So, magiging negative 3 plus square root of 5 lang din. Parang ito lang yon. So, simplify natin. Magiging 7 over 3 and negative 3 plus square root of 5. So, yung pangatlong ordered pair, ito. So, kapantay niya lang ito. So, sa graph ko ay hindi siya totally pantay. So, hindi naman perfect yung drawing ko. Pero kapantay niya sa x-axis yung unang endpoint. So, parang ito yon. So, magiging 1 minus 4 over 3. So, 1 unit to, di ba? Then, i-minus natin yung total length niya na 4 over 3. And then, sa y-axis, yung semi-major axis na may length of 3 units. So, 3 units plus yung focal length. So, add natin yung distance ng foci from the center, which is 2.24 or square root of 5. So, 3 plus square root of 5. So, nasa negative y-axis siya. So, i-negate natin yan. So, magiging negative 1/3 and negative 3 minus square root of 5. And then, yung last na endpoint, so ito yon. So, kapantay niya sa x-axis itong second na endpoint na hinanap natin. Parang ito siya. So, 1 plus yung width nung kalahati ng lateral recta, which is 4 over 3. So, 4 over 3. And, so sa y-axis, kapantay niya itong third na endpoint. So, parang ito lang yon. So, yung 3 na units, yung length ng major axis, which is 3, plus yung 2.24, yung square root of 5, yung length ng foci from the center, square root of 5. So, negate natin ulit kasi nasa negative y-axis. Magiging 7 over 3 and negative 3 minus square root of 5. Ito yung mga coordinates ng lateral recta or yung endpoints ng lateral recta. So, yung last na hahanapin natin is yung equation of directrix. So, gagamitin na natin yung Adicea dito. So, Seya muna. Seya. Eccentricity is equal to C over A, where yung C na nakuha natin kanina is 5, and then over 3. Then yung ade, so yung D is equal to A over E. So A is equal to 3, and then over square root of 5 over 3. So ito yung eccentricity na nakuha natin. Ito yung eccentricity. So magiging 3 times 3 over square root of 5. Magiging 9 over square root of 5. So, yung may square root yung denominator, so kailangan natin siyang i-rationalize. So, 9 over square root of 5 by multiplying both numerator and denominator by square root of 5. Magiging negative 9 square root of 5 over 5. So, ito yung final answer natin.